get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Who am I but I'm Dre Mac? Came into the game just to spit facts. Into the space that I'm in. They call me by the Drake cause I'm cold with the pen. I find no diamonds but I feel shine. You can dig me cause my boy's mine. My tracks flame like a dilute. I on the floor on my tongue. Thinking it's a warm glue. I'ma throw with a gas leak. Camouflage in the mist, but you smell me. One spark, then I bet you I'ma blow up. Then throw my name around, get stupid, then you go dumb. No rest for the weary. A versus thinking in his man, but you can't see me. You rather drink than go pull up. I'm drinking knife through the game, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. I came to eat at the a la carte. Got stripped of a bear, call me brainstorm. Then I come together like a Voltron. Then I poured all the planks, you use Decepticons. Straight rappers, they retreat like Cobra. 80 they can float, they like up in the storage and I'm man. Up, down, man, I'm cheap. You a beast, man. I take a beat in. Ninja turtle rap, turtle glands, keep the feed in. Hop in my ride, you can call me Night Rider. You can never stop me, cause I'm a guy bomb. Bad attitude like a rocket, my whole to the A, and I bet you can stop us. LL bad, when I go and show up, you can hear the haters in the back. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie.
What's up?
Let me get him where I fit in, homie.
What is going on, everybody? It's your man Dre Mac coming to you again with another episode of the Dre Mac Show. 7:30 in the morning, Central Time, 8:30 on the East Coast. You're from the West Coast. Get up. You already know that the early bird gets the worm. And on today, we're going to recap episode 9, which was crazy, of Daredevil. Yeah, the informant media, I see you. You gotta go. Yes, we're going to do a whole entire recap on episode 9 of Daredevil. So, I forgot to charge my AirPods, so I got to use the beats today. But that's okay, because hopefully you guys are happy. Hopefully you guys are healthy. Shout out to my man Heavy Gant over at the Heavy Gant channel. But you already know how I do. The real question is, all right. Let me see who is all in the house today. Let me see who's all up in here. Roberta, the church auntie. Good morning. The informant media. Please go watch it to see us on the replay. Marley Mar, good morning. Man, I'm telling you, I was shocked Disney Plus went there. And I got some theories. Hopefully that they'll follow through with these theories, but it's just some theories, especially about the world of Spider-Man and all of that. So Tracy Woods, good morning. Let's not lose our heads, because you most definitely lose yours. Robert D, the admin, good morning. And happy Wednesday to you also. Make sure to like, share, subscribe. If this is your first time watching, you know, whether you like me, if you don't like it or dislike it, just engage in the conversation. If you want to, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We're on the road to 5,000. We're on the road, so we get close. Getting close. All right. The Sick Horror Kingman. Good morning. You most definitely should be checking out Mika G's cinematic. I'm about to say cinematic nightmare. It is cinematic nightmares. Yeah. I think it is. Yeah. Cinematic nightmare. Yeah. because she'd beat me up if I say it ain't. But yeah, you most definitely should be on her channel. Like it and subscribe because man, I'm trying to tell you, she brings out the horror. Like when I tell you a horror, not a whore, a horror geek, that's most definitely Mika G in the house. Mika G is in the house. What's up, brother Juma? Watch the episode today. I'm out. No spoilers. Peace, brother Juma. See you back here later on in a replay. Ah, man. Like I said, I got some thoughts, some theories. I'm excited, and then I've had some other stuff. Yeah, go check out Mika G. Mika G is a horror geek, like Blur, just out of this world. She knows so much about horror movies. That's our horror aficionado. When we do Blurred AF, she brings out all the horror stuff. You got to go check out um, Mika G's channel. If not, you're completely missing out on all the stuff that she does on the channel, on her channel. You know what I mean? Her channel was growing, so I would say please make sure to go check that out because I think you will really, really, really enjoy her channel. Really enjoy her channel. All right, so while we're at it, we're going to get started. Get this party started right. Get this party started quickly. Because I got some other stuff to do. Oh, let me make sure to give you the link. What up, Xavier Phoenix? What up? What up? What up? Just give me a second so I can make sure to give you Mika G's link. Because Mika, like I said, Mika G has been doing some great things out there. Dre, nah, I can't be part. Which part of the task force? Kingpin? Huh? You think I'm a sellout? No. I'll fight. I'll fight with Daredevil. I'll fight, but again, I got some theories, man. But make sure to give you guys to give Mika G's hold on. Hold on, because I wasn't expecting to do this. So let me make sure to get this. The Cinematic Nightmares podcast. Make sure, like I said, we're trying to. My job is to help her grow her channel. That's my job to help her grow her channel. So if you can please, let me see. No, I'm trying to share the channel. What are you doing? Hold on, y'all. Hold on. I mean, hell, she joined, last month and already got 68 subscribers. That's actually not bad. This YouTube game it's a trip. But to even have that so far is really good. Oh yeah, most definitely. I got Friday. It's Good Friday. I got Friday off. So most definitely I'm reviewing Sinners. I got it. I gotta see it. So if you look at the link, the Sick Horror Kingman, the link is right there in the chat. Please make sure that you go and check out what Mika G is doing over at Cinematic Nightmares. I believe she's doing a lot of good stuff that I don't think we're ready for. I think she's going to be one of the top horror. You're going to look at YouTube. You're going to look next year. You're going to be like, dang, she's one of the top horror people, horror reviewers, or, knowledgeable horror people that's going to be on YouTube. I'm trying to tell y'all, she's going to be that. I truly believe that. Truly believe that. You're going to look up and be like, damn, Mika G got 10,000 subscribers, 20,000 subscribers, 50,000 subscribers, 100,000 subscribers because she's just that good. And she is doing What I wish I would have done, make videos. I don't make a lot of videos because I am a streamer. I live with it. I'm a streamer. I make videos, but I most definitely am a streamer. I'm more comfortable streaming. You know what I'm saying? Is it hard? Yes. Because I gotta look out for y'all. You guys as super chat, you guys as subscriptions help my channel out a lot. You know what I mean? So nah. It's all good, the Sick Horror Kingman. I think you will love her channel. Like I said, it's just now getting started. Get started with her now before she blow the heck up. Roberta's in here, so I can't have that cussing spirit up here this early, this Wednesday, going into this Good Friday. You know what I'm saying? Going into Easter. I ain't trying to get put in I ain't trying to get a whooping on in the front of the church. I'm just saying. I ain't trying to get no whooping. Anyway, so episode 9 of Daredevil. First of all, it left us with a cliffhanger. I think this is the first time in a long time, let's be real, that Marvel has actually left us with a cliffhanger. You know what I mean? Like legitimately left us with a real cliffhanger that we could be like, okay, what are they going to do in season 2? What are they going to? I mean, you know what I'm saying? Well, what we understand is probably like 18 full episodes, which I thought was crazy. I'm not going to lie. 18 episodes of a 50-minute show, dude. You're going to be doing this all month. I mean, the 9 episodes that we got was amazing. Cut it. You know what I'm saying? Let us get us 9 more. But to do it, like, if we were sitting there watching 18 shows, I probably would have got bored after a while. You know what I mean? I'm not going to lie. I would have got bored. So to do it the way that they did it with the 9 episodes, leave us with a cliffhanger. Loki season 1, yeah. But just think about the climate of Loki season 1 to the climate of Daredevil Born Again. And I do got to give Marvel their props. I will always give props where props is due. When they pivoted, that was the right move. Let's be real. It was the right move. At first, I didn't think it was the right move. You know what I mean? Because I'm like, what the hell are they doing? Are they really going to get their television together right? I just want good shows. At the end of the day, that's all I care about is good shows. Am I watching something that's actually going to be good? Is going to be fulfilling? What am I going to be watching? Right? And am I going to actually like the character? Am I going to like the acting? All of that, yada yada yada. Yeah, I was like, yeah. I know it was supposed to be super long. Supposed to be like 18 episodes. Like that'd be ridiculous. I would have got tired. I would have, yeah. But so when Marvel decided to pivot and give us the original Netflix team, they like, hey, all y'all fired. Y'all fired. Now I wish I would have did this with something else, a couple other stuff. I ain't gonna get into that today because it ain't about them. But for them to say, hey, y'all gotta go. We need that original Netflix team, and to pivot the way that they did and the way the episode, I'm gonna be honest with you. 1, 8, 9 is totally different feel and all of that to 2 episode 1, 2, 8, 9. The middle seemed like a completely different show, honestly. You know what I mean? Honestly, it felt like a completely different show. So not completely different, but the tone with. I'm shocked. Let's get into it. I was just shocked at this episode. So this episode starts off with old Queen Pen. Now I'm gonna tell y'all something. A lot of reviewers didn't notice this. Like, Queen Pen, Vanessa, huh? You up in the white, huh? You up in that Will Skip this white, huh? You know what I mean? She's up in the white. She's over there talking to old Poindexter because old Poindexter over there, you know what I mean, is high as Cuda Brown, high as Georgia Pine. You know what I mean? He's over there on the medications right now. And she's over there like, look, you have a purpose in this life. I know some things that went on and all of that, but, but we got some things that we could be able to do, and I believe that I can help you. And he like, huh? I'm high. I don't understand what you talking about. He was like, look, if you work for me, we'll make sure that we get all these things right. You know what I mean? The pills, you don't need them pills. Let me go take them pills. You know what I'm saying? Look. I'm gonna touch your hand softly, and I'm gonna tell you, hey, big guy, the sun's getting real low. But if I get you up out of here on this appeal, what you gonna do? You gonna come work for me? I'm the queen pin. Here you come work for me. He's like, I'm high, so I'll sign it. I'm gonna get off on the appeal. He was like, yep, all right, cool. So he signs it. He gets the man off the appeal. But then the reason why I can tell that there's two different teams that's working this because of the color scheme. The color scheme in here is more vibrant. It's more direct. That blue that represents bullseye. Why he's in, and see, this is what I'm saying. When you're looking through the scope, you see the bullseye in there, makes it even better. You see the blue in the bullseye. You know what I mean? She got on the red, and the red is all vibrant, representing the blood she got on her hands because she helped kill Foggy. You know what I'm saying? And Dum Dum, whatever dudes, Dum Daniel, Dum something, Dum whatever. You know what I'm saying? But she got blood on her hands, blood on the dance floor. But then I had to cut because that's when Matt got killed or got shot, not killed. He got shot. You know what I mean? Got shot in the chest, saving Kingpin. You know what I mean? You said, oh, no, wait a minute. What up, Mo? What's good? What's good? What's good? My man King Mo again. Oh, the popcorn in your beer. They just had game night. Make sure that y'all go ahead and check out popcorn in your beer. And he was like, the Kingpin is so much of a simp, and he's nothing like that in the comics. He loves his Vanessa. Man, everybody got, hey, look. Everybody got one gripper in life. You're a simp for it. Everybody got one. It's like it's like Spider-Man. Everybody got one. You'll completely sip out of. And don't lie and say you don't, because you do. You got one. Hey, here's my check. You child support, you most definitely can get it. All right, so we get past the credits over here. Daredevil born again. Matt is in the hospital. I don't like old girl. Heather, what up, Dr. Carpy? What is up? What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? Good morning. It's nice to see you up here, my brother. Shalom to you. I don't like Heather. I don't like her. That's her name, Heather. I don't like her. You know why I don't like her? Because my man is, first of all, he high off of all kinds of medication and all of that. And my man's over here just waking up in the morning. Got to thank God, because I don't know, but the day seems kind of odd because I'm calling for Karen. That ain't Karen. So now you all in your feelings. He's high on meds. You know what I'm saying? Chris had to let him know he's high right now. He don't know where he at. But, while she all up in her feelings, give me the straw. You know what I'm saying? So I can give me some water up in here. Let me get a little water. But let me let you know. You know what I mean? Wilson Fisk's wife knew they had Foggy killed, and I can prove it. He was like, maybe he just high. We ain't trying to hear all that. Yeah, he did, and I got the evidence. Get some rest, and we'll find out about that later. My man Kingpin, you know what I'm saying? Well, Wilson, everybody still got blood on him. Nah, son. I'm going there and wash my arms off. Ain't no way I'm walking around with somebody blood all on my shirt, all on my arms, all on my fingertips. Nah, you know what I mean? But he was like, look, I know. Look, sit down. I know what you tried to do. But see, this is the thing, though. That red point where we was trying to hook all this up, yeah, I seen what you was doing. You was getting these millions. But what I could do, there's the Kingpin in the city. I could get you billions. And she was like, word. You know what I'm saying? That's why my man is over. I told y'all, my man was over there. He got that cutty last night. And he's a totally different man. I'm trying to tell you. It takes one. You'll be simping. You're a simp. Trust me, you're a simp. And we get back to Matt. Matt, like, I know who killed Foggy. I got the evidence. All I need to do is go get the evidence, and I know who killed him. She was like, shut up. I ain't trying to hear all that. Look, that day that y'all was kicking it, he said he had one in the bag. Huh? I know why he had it in the bag. He was celebrating because he was going to crack a case. He had it. All you need to do is let me find it. And she was like, go back to sleep, get some rest. And then and I love the way that they juxtapose Wilson Fisk, right? Basically, what Wilson Fisk is right now, where Matt Murdock is at. That's one thing that I did like about this show, that they always, even when it was a different crew, juxtapose the actual characters. So you see that you start to understand both characters, and you start to see their character arc. As much as Wilson Fisk is a antagonist in this show, he's also, in a flip side, a protagonist. He's kind of like what we've seen in Penguin. Nowhere close to the level of griminess and I love the Penguin. You know what I mean? Don't get it twisted. I love the Penguin. But this episode, you made me want to punch dude in the face because you knew he was grimy. And I guess we liked it because you like, what grimy stuff is it going to come up with next? This is kind of what we've seen in this series with Wilson Fisk. Totally different Wilson Fisk from Echo and from Hawkeye. This Wilson Fisk is showing you exactly how he was playing the game. Even Vanessa didn't know why he was doing what he was doing. But he knew that she, hired Poindexter. He knew, you know what I mean? But he knew why she was over there, getting red points. She was like, all this stuff is I put in motion because there's no tariffs. There's no federal bonding. So any bonding truck can come through there. I ain't got to worry about that. I ain't got to worry about no taxes, all of that. And this man about to make a casino and all of that out of that. That's like as far as like game planning and making sure that you get a piece of this city without nobody really knowing. I'm telling you, as far as calculated schemes, hey, Wilson had that. You know what I'm saying? And Vanessa was so clueless, she didn't even know. But now that and I love when the plan come together because I'm BA like Baracus. I got a bad attitude. And my man Wilson Fisk knew his wife had a bad attitude. And he was like, but baby, I got you. All this SIMP you think I'm doing is PIMP. That's what I'm doing. I'm pimping the city, baby. We gonna get rich. And then we juxtapose back to Matt. And Matt is over here talking to, I don't like her. She done made me mad. Matter of fact, when she said, you know what she said? Matt come in with his Daredevil costume on, beating up on old Muse. You know what I'm saying? She get a couple lucky shots in and she thinks she won. She thought she did it. Nah, you better give old Daredevil his props. But since she did that, I don't like her. You know what I'm saying? Matt got shot. There's no level of concern about your man getting shot because he said the word Karen. You know what I mean? How he knew he was talking about that Karen, huh? How he knew that there wasn't a Karen that he didn't like with a short haircut, blonde tips. There was snitching on him while he was at the store. How you don't know it was here? It was her. But yeah, I don't like her. I don't like her. What up, Moses Blackthorn? What's up? I almost called you Black Moses. Minty Gasol, aka Tina. What's up? What is up? So we get back to old Wilson. I got to do it like this because he with the task force. You know what I'm saying? The task force S. And I love it because, again, the reason why I'm doing the parallel with him and Penguin. Remember Penguin? Everybody getting all the crews and gangs together. And he was having a beer with him. Well, if you really, really think about it, isn't this the same kind of level that Penguin did? Getting all these people together, getting them all riled up, like, yeah, we're going to take back our city. Yeah, we're going to introduce martial law. We're going to shut down the city. Yeah, that's exactly what they did. You know what I mean? And matter of fact, let me get to IMDb because I don't want to mess up her name because I did it before and I'll do it again. Man, I love being a turtle. Hold on, give me just a Oh, where y'all at? Because I keep forgetting uh, the young lady's name that plays her character. Sheila. That's right. Sheila's like, hey, look, a lot of the stuff you do, we can't do it. She was like, shut the fuck up. Shut up. I don't need you. I need you to tell me who's all being disloyal. You know what I'm saying? Who's being disloyal? You know what I mean? And then Buck, you say here, I need you, I need you to go ahead and do me a favor. See that hero? Yeah, I want to make sure that the hero that saved me is a good hero. That he ain't coming back. You know what I'm saying? Gonna be pruned off this timeline. And I need you to be the one to do it. You know what I'm saying? So go ahead and pay old Matty a visit to make sure that he never gonna get it, never gonna get it, never gonna get it. Woo, 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 woo. Never wake up again. I need you to do that for me. My man is over here in a white suit. How many politicians you knew that you know rocking a white suit? You know what I mean? Uh-oh, Sister Pam is up in here. Hey, Sister Pam, what's going on? I don't watch just leave it a like for support. I don't watch Daredevil. Well, you should have watched this one. It was smashing. You know what I'm saying? It make your head pop. But I get it though. I get it though. Yeah, a dead hero was better than a live vigilante. That was a hell of a bar too. You know what I'm saying? You know, he was basically like, if he don't want to be famous, well, I make him infamous. This is what is J. Jonah Jameson saying at this time? That's what I want to know. Well, part of one of my theories towards the end of this, and along with a couple other people, another guy that I met over at Comic Con. You know what I mean? I want to know. So we go back and we're just supposed, you know, with Cursey, he was telling him, man, I know. So my man Wilson is looking over the city, kingpinning. Have you noticed that even the camera angles have made him bigger, especially when he's going next to certain people? He's actually now look like he's towering over them. You know what I'm saying? Like he's really the kingpin of the city. You know what I mean? So he brought go Sheila. Oh Sheila, let me in the right way. She kind of do. Nah, she don't look like Sheila Easter, but she kind of look like old Sheila. You know what I mean? So it was like, hey, I need you to let me know what's your disloyal fools up in the camp. I need you to let me know. And he was like, okay. And she was like, oh, snap, son. This is what you want me to do? Okay, I'll do it. Oh, snap. So my man Buck over here with the slow motion walk. Now, if the man had roses, then it could rival Terminator 2. But my man had a teddy bear. You know what I mean? A teddy bear. Nah, I need you to pull out that weapon out of that teddy bear. You know what I mean? You're going to do it right. But my man had a teddy bear and a needle. You know? So Sheila's over here trying to find out how to be able to get over. That's what she's trying to do right now. So she went and played the commissioner. This ain't Commissioner Gordon right now. You know what I mean? This is what's his name? What's the commissioner? I don't know his name right now because I can't see it on IMDb. But or Commissioner Chief Gallo. You know what I mean? And it was like, hey, you got some more information. She set him up to save her skin. You know what I mean? She set him up. Well, my man Matt with the super duper hearing. My man over there drawsless. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no draws on. My man got a nightgown on, but he was smart enough to know somebody was about to come and get him. You know what I'm saying? He knew the footsteps. You know what I mean? So my man over there, he got little. While Chief Gallo was over there, you know what I'm saying, spilling his guts. You know what I'm saying? And Sheila is over there taping him. You know what I mean? Just saving your skin. And she don't want to get killed. You know what I'm saying? I get it. I feel you. I would have snitched too. Like he did it. Man, just like Anthony Anderson in Transformers, he did it. He did it. I was over here playing video games with my cousin, and they came over here starting stuff. So my man comes in there, he got the needle ready, but the blackout happens, and my man gets, I'm talking about everything shut down. Let's just think about it. If you ever been in New York, or if you live in New York, I'm telling you, probably the scariest thing that could ever happen is a blackout in New York all over the place. For one, I'm scared of the rats. The rats is the size of puppies. Remember that thing that Martin was fighting? That's the rats in New York. I'm good. And if anybody from New York or from the East Coast think I'm lying or trying to take up for the rats, you're a liar and a deceiver. I had one roll over my foot. It was a puppy size. I'm good. I'm good. So that's the first thing I'm scared of. I'm not walking nowhere with drawsless. You know what I mean? No underwear, no nothing. With rats out there as big as your head. No, but my man Matt was like, I gotta get little. You know what I mean? I gotta go. So my man got little, and then New York went nuts. New York was out here acting the fool while my man was out here drawsless. You know what I'm saying? My man went all the way home, drawsless, barefooted, with a bullet wound in his shoulder. For one, how you get to the hospital and they ain't really fix your wound like that, man? Why my man over here bleeding like this? Y'all not see this? My man over here, bloody gown and all. You know what I mean? And y'all telling me that nobody could have changed that out? You know what I mean? But this was when I tell you, I got excited. A piece of me inside of my tum-tum tickled a little bit. I got excited, y'all, because my man Daredevil was met by the Punisher, Frank Castle. And he was just talking crap to him the whole entire time. Hey, Red, who shot you in the arm? How you gonna say that bastard Wilson? Is that what you gonna do? You feel good about yourself, hero? Talking crazy. You know what I'm saying? But somebody made sure that he got saved. And that's all that was about. Is that Kristen made sure that my man, Matt Murdock, got saved by the Punisher. That was dope. That mug was dope. When he popped in and the music chimed in, got excited. Because I'm going to be honest with you. The highlight of this entire series to me, the biggest highlight was them having that conversation in the bunker. Exactly. Over there, cheek, just cheek out. You know what I'm saying? Over there, like my man Prince. You know what I'm saying? With the chaps on. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? My man Daredevil's out here like I gotta be out here like I got on these chaps, some Prince chaps, because I gotta go home. You know what I mean? So my man was out there. You know, they go back and forth. They start hearing the chatter from the squad, and like I said, this was probably one of the dopest scenes of it. Well, there's two scenes that I like, but this whole action sequence. First of all, my man is still out here chapless, chapped. You know what I mean? That man is out here chapped, and they about to go in there like, hey, let's just bust in real quick. You know what I mean? My man Frank Castle went to town. Wow, wow. I mean, I don't know how fast. First of all, I don't know how fast my man got in that suit, but my man wasn't playing. I don't know if he got super speed or what, but he showing the hell got in that leather outfit real quick. You know what I'm saying? I hope he put on a pair of clean drawers. You know what I'm saying? Before you go Daredevil in out here, you know what I mean? Make sure you got a clean pair of underwear. You went through a lot. You know what I'm saying? The last 24 hours. Make sure that happens. My man was off of gear like, I'm talking about, man, Frank was popping my bow. You over here want to be me, but bow. My man Daredevil smack. I'm talking about blood on the dance floor, Michael Jackson. You know what I mean? You know, letting them there. I'm talking about Frank letting them have it. When is the last time Frank went this ham? You know what I mean? I kind of miss the old Punisher series where Frank was going this ham. And this is when I could tell, this is again, I know that they're going to tone down this type of violence when it comes to Spider-Man. But I'm not going to lie. It'll be dope while we're going through this level of tyranny and martial law in New York that Spider-Man gets into it with Punisher, and they recreate that famous scene where Punisher's trying to shoot him, and the web head is all flipping off. I forgot the comic book number, but you know what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about. But my man Daredevil was like, "Hey, stop killing them!" But they over here shooting. My man got a bad arm, and Frank is over here dumping. Hey, I'm not gonna lie though, because I gotta play this. I gotta play this. Daredevil going commando. Oh man, that's good. Man, that's gotta shake, get a little strawberry with that leather outfit on your bum bum. I'm good on that. You know what I'm saying? My under regions is not gonna be all cut up because of that. You know what I mean? You just come out there just like translucent. If you know from the boys, you know. Just come out there like translucent, just fight that way and see how many people take you seriously. But my man shot through the drywall. This is when you know that you're special ops, that you that type of dude. You know that this is thin drywall. My man was like, bop! Right now, I'm talking about perfect shot. Oh my God. Oh my God. When I seen that, I was like, yo, my man is over here. I'm talking about ducking. I'm talking about going. It's like he missed action. You know what I mean? He missed all of this. He was going. I'm talking about him or everybody. Daredevil beating people up. Pow. Come and get this. My man Punisher's out here punishing people. He's stop. I bet it's right in the ribs too. You know what I mean? What up, Andre Ware? What's good? My man, look at him. He liking it. You know what I mean? Throwing people in the TV. Man, I just bought that TV from Walmart. You know what I'm saying? Now I got to buy me another ONN. You know what I'm saying? My man, what's his name? Because he's from the actual comics. And he got on the Cole North. Cole North was from the actual comics. You know what I'm saying? Pop, pop, pop. It was like, I got stabbed in the hand. Because Frank Castle made sure that hand, my man Frank was going ham. I'm talking about going ham. And my man Daredevil like, stop shooting. Because we got to find out what Cole North is doing. My man Punisher found that bullet. It was like, you had it engraved. So now we know we tie in the loose ends from earlier in the season. Now we know it was Cole North that actually killed White Tiger. Now we know for sure that it was Cole North. And he didn't even care. It was like, I don't care. Just do it. Just end me. And my man started hitting him in the mouth. Start thinking about all the stuff that he told White Tiger, just start smacking him all in the mouth. And all up in his jawbone. And he was like, you should just kill him. And he was like, bow, right up in there. I'm talking about all up in here. You know how much that hurts? You know what I mean? You ain't going to be eating nothing for weeks. Soup is on the menu. So he knocked him out. He was like, you should just go ahead and end him. Go ahead and do it, Red. And he was pushing him. And he was remember the times that him, Foggy, and Kristen was going hanging out, and he was happy. You know what I'm saying? That time he threw Bullseye off of the roof and thought he killed him, but he didn't. He was like, nah, we got to show him mercy. You know what I'm saying? He was like, you being a pussy fuck bitch. Stop showing him mercy. Sorry, Roberta. That's exactly what he said, kind of. You know what I'm saying? He was like, wait a minute. You said you should be doing more. You should go ahead. They be killing people. I don't want to kill nobody, man. I want to give him mercy. You just let me give him mercy. He was like, stop being a punk. Go ahead and let him go. He was like, Foggy ain't coming back. You know what I'm saying? You should let him go. He was like, It was like, stop being a punk. I'm not being a punk. It was like, you hear that? Grenade. Let's go. And it was like, let's get up out of here and jump. My man grabbed him just in time. Landed. Pow. Landed on the car. All you hear is kablooey. Man, I'll be mad as hell they just blew up my apartment. My apartment has done nothing to nobody. You know what I mean? And they blew the man's apartment building up. Now, again, I got some questions, some concerns. Wouldn't it be odd for all of a sudden the guy who saved the mayor house is now apartment is now attacked, right? Blew up, and nobody has answers for that? You know what I mean? Nobody has answers for that. Andre Ware with a $5 super chat. Thank you so very much for the $5 super chat. This episode should have been the second episode, and the show should have gotten even better from there. And again, I talked about that earlier. You can tell when they brought in the original Netflix team that worked on season 1 through 3, and when they had the original team, you could tell where they cut it. You know what I mean? Because there's nothing like what we seen in episode 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. It's not two totally different shows, but you can tell it's a different tone, it's a different show. What up, Lana J? What's good? What's good? What's good? It said this type of activity is above MCU Peter Parker. What was MCU Peter Parker supposed to do? Much Mayor Flister, what Spider-Man has to be done in the movie. Yeah, they're never going to bring. He's never going to show up in the Disney Plus series. They're not going to. Disney is not going to pay for, Tom Holland Spider-Man to be in a TV series. They're not going to pay. They know that money is in the movies, so they would never do that. Yeah, now Master Department needs to be bored again. Exactly. But again, thank you so very much for that $5 super chat, Andre Ware. You know what? Because it's been a minute that I had a super chat. Let me go ahead and go. Woo! Let me change out the earwear. I'm not gonna lie to that was sounding quite horrible in my ear. All right. Hold on. Sorry, yo. For some reason now I can't hear myself. Hold on. Hold up. Hold up. Hold on, y'all. Give me just a second. Just a second. I had to glitch back into the Matrix for a second. Because it would not let me hear for nothing, so I had to restart everything. All right, let's get back to it. All right, so a bad apartment is toast. So now he got to go hang with old Frank. You know what I mean? And then Frank gets picked up by a familiar face. Let's go. Now this is kind of odd because she's used to shaboing both of them. If I'm not mistaken, she was shaboing Frank too, and Matt in season 1. Just weird. You know what I mean? But she was going ahead making sure, but man, Matt was all together. He was good. You know what I'm saying? Frank over there with a couple of war wounds. For war wounds. You know what I'm saying? Every soldier got a story to tell. Kristen was like, yo, y'all good? He was like, yeah, just nothing but 5 cups of coffee with a little cup of coffee wouldn't do. You know what I'm saying? Well, I bet you want some coffee, don't you? Now, we all know if Frank asked for some coffee or Luke Cage asked for some coffee, you know what's going on. You know what I mean? There was a little cream in that coffee. Freak. But it was a little bit of tension, but he was letting them know that Foggy was on to something big, and that's the reason why that Foggy got killed. And if he just get to the papers, all he got to do is get to those papers, and he's perfectly fine. But he felt the tension that was in the air between them two. You know what I'm saying? He was like, "You don't care." You know what I mean? He was like, "Yo, I do care. I just don't want to express my emotions. I don't want to look weak." And then they say that this is all woke. So I got to be strong. Even when y'all leave, I got to feel some type of emotion because I don't want people to think that this is woke because I'm showing emotion because I'm a man. I'm supposed to be a manly man. Man, I'm a man. So my man Daniel was over here with the council. The man was like, "Oh yeah, see, all of y'all need to be on board with what my man Wilson Fisk, Mayor Fisk is doing because I already know that you got a couple things that you're doing out here with some offshore accounts and all of that. I wonder where everybody likes to know, you know what I mean, how many of these accounts you got. So if you ain't with Wilson Fisk, who you really with? Huh? I bet you he'll love to know what you got going on. He was blackmailing, you know what I mean, with Buck in the background. They over here looking like my man Afro. Look at my man Afro. My man Afro was even upset. Look at it. Look at a good gander. Upset Afro. He was like, "You got me." Tommy D, what's up? So they showing all the rioting and all of that is going on. Wow, they're acting a fool. There's no way in the world that I'm going to New York in the dark. And this was sad because they was out here looting. You know what I mean? They were out here looting. And the cop just shot this dude for no apparent reason whatsoever. He was like, "Man, he was just a kid. Why you do that?" He wasn't no kid. He was a mass vigilante. Come on, man. What we gonna call this dude? Stereo? Like, come on, man. You killed him. So now we're all of the case files that Karen and Foggy and Matt did over the years. He was like, "Yeah, I remember this. Remember this? We was called the avocado lawyers." You know what I'm saying? Because it was something like avocado in Spanish. Yeah, good times, good times. But what we really need right now is that file. Even though I'm over here reminiscing about the love we had. You know what I mean? Oh, I think I found something. So she started looking at the file, and it was like, "Oh, that's so he figured out." So again, like I said earlier, the port that they were at has nothing, no taxes, no tariffs, no nothing. So everything that he does, right? Everything that goes on, he could be able to cover. There's absolutely no problem with that, right? So if Wilson Fisk owns and controls that, then he really owns and controls a lot of the city. So when he found that out, he was like, "Oh, snap, son." You know what I mean? This is the reason why that Foggy was going to do it because they already knew that as long as he knows the law, that they were going to be able to appeal the case. So my man took one of the radios. My man Frank took the radio so he could be able to hear what's going on from the city, especially with these crooked cops. Yeah, Freeport Commerce, absolutely. Exactly, Tommy. I agree with you. Tommy's in the house. What up? My man is still over. My man, I mean my man Matt. My man Frank was like, "I'm still on a mission, big dog." Oh my God. I mean, they went Japanese anime with this one. The amount of splatter that's going on right now, painting the town red. Like it's so red that it looked like it got on the lens camera. Again, it's a totally different crews, as you can tell. So my man Frank got up with all these, these fanboy, cops, and my man was still putting in work. My man just went to work. Pop, pop, pop. Oh, you want some? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Oh, that's bulletproof rubber. Yak, yak, yak. My man Frank Castle was the Punisher for real. So nobody couldn't get a headshot on my guy. You know what I'm saying? Nobody. My man was up here stabbing people. He was over there. Let me get on top of it. Let me get that. Snap right in the back of the nugget. He was like, you want some of me? And it was just pistol whipping him, putting boots to ass. Now, Sheila went ahead and taped the whole conversation. God, dog, while she was outside crying. My man Wilson was pissed. You know what I'm saying? That finger gets twitching, the pimp head gets strong. She out here crying. No, you want to save your own skin. You knew it. Don't cry now. You know what I'm saying? You want to save your skin? Cool. Cool. Chief Gallo was up in the back of the car. He seen that neck tattoo my man got on. He was like, oh, that's an interesting neck tattoo. You know what I'm saying? He was like, but I know you from when you was a rookie. He was like, yeah, but I ain't 8 months. You know what I'm saying? And I'm looking for a meal, and you look like the perfect dinner. You know what I'm saying? So Gallo already knew this is it. Here I stand. He was done with. You know what I mean? So they drive him to the secret location over in the port. You know what I'm saying? Now that Wilson Fisk got all the dirty cops behind him, we can take people to you know what I'm saying, to these particular places. Now, these are all the copycats. You know what I mean? With all the Punisher tag. The ones that want to know. You know what I'm saying? How could we be down? We want to be like you. He's like, you don't know my pain. You don't know why I do this. You know what I mean? Can't none of y'all be me. They had the black dude beat him up. What? All up in his grill. So again, Gallo got to go to the secret location. You know what I'm saying? Now, when he went to the secret location, my man is up there with more dirty cops. How many dirty cops is in the NYPD? Somebody let me know this. Their actions are not Wednesday Friday behavior. No, but what Winston Fisk is doing is Wednesday behavior by having his hand around the people he loved the most. I mean, the people he can use. You know what I'm saying? He was like, hey, Winston Fisk got a word. You know what I'm saying? He want to put something on your mind. You know what I mean? He was like, these are a lot of good cops. These guys are going to do what needs to be done. There's going to be martial law. And I don't care what you say. It's going to get done. And my man was like, what you're doing is illegal. It's wrong. And my man said, you know what? What I'm going to do right now, in front of everybody, I'm going to pray for you. We're going to get to the prayer here in a moment because he was laying hands on old Gallo. So my man is over there getting beat up by these copycats. He was like, y'all all punks. You know what I'm saying? You can never be me. And it was like, the big guy came over there, punching all on Frank and all of that. It was like, y'all still punks. You know what I'm saying? So Gallo was telling them, hey, look, all of y'all suck. I try to be there for you. Look what you have. My man Wilson wasn't having it. He was like, oh, he think I'm pop. He think I'm soft. You know what I'm saying? Now, this is where they did tie in the Hawkeye series. Because remember that Kingpin was a little different than Netflix Kingpin unless Matt got super strength. Now, y'all let me know in the chat if Daredevil has super strength. Because my man Wilson Fisk is, he might look like Flubber, but it's supposed to be, strong. My man handled just like Wilson Fisk in the Hawkeye series. Wilson Fisk wasn't nothing to play with. He got a little extra girth to him. You know what I'm saying? A little extra strength. My man's over there chopping him down. Wood. You know what I'm saying? Oh, like, man, it's hard to be caught in the Vulcan death grip like that. Got him in the Vulcan death grip like, I don't want to be like that. He ain't got none. Hold on. So my man was like, you still ain't got nothing, Nick. None of y'all can hit me up. And my man was like, Jerome, you know what I'm saying? Like Morris Day at the top, pow, all up in his head. He was like, oh yeah, that was cute. You act like I ain't been overseas, been interrogated. Now my man Wilson Fisk is over there, letting everybody know that when you pray, you know what I mean? You pray to me. My man was like, look, we trying to give you stuff. Jerome keep hitting you. And I asked Jerome to do all of this, but he can't help himself. You know what I'm saying? We just want to be like you. Now, this part right here, of course, I can't show all of it. But my man said, let me go ahead and pray for you. I got to put my hands all over your head. You know what I'm saying? This is where I was like, This is the Kingpin that we saw Hulk out with the strength mixed in with the Kingpin we've seen in Daredevil Netflix series. I don't know about you guys, but I like it. I like it a lot. I do like this. You know what I mean? Little continuity, but I like this. My man, everybody was like, oh man, they had to do that. Ain't nobody looked away. No, nothing. My man over there, turned my man into hamburger meat. Oh, snap, son. YouTube might get me for that one. It was like, I'm talking about my man wiped his mouth, still had blood on his hands. It was like it was nothing. So y'all be thinking I'm a weak old man because I got a turtleneck. You know what I'm saying? I don't mean the clothing. I will smash some pumpkins, y'all. You know what I'm saying? So who else want to be a part of this task force? Let's get to going. So, Kieran, Marvel with Dark. I love this. I loved it. I loved every piece of that. It was like, this is what we got going on. He was like, how can we win this? You know what I'm saying? We need an army. This is where I'm starting to believe some of my theories go come out after this is done. He was like, what did you tell me about the darkness? If it is like, it's not really dark. It felt like a thousand suns looking at me at the same time. He was like, that's what you told me. And then they juxtapose it with all the stars. Now, good and well, when you go to New York, you ain't seeing not a star in the sky because it's so bright, because it's a city that never sleeps. Yeah, this is the key in that. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That's what. Just I'm get to some of my because some of my theories that this Spider-Man, this Kingpin could fight Spider-Man. It ain't no problem. You know what I'm saying? For my man to put in that work. You know what I mean? So I like it. I like it. This is the darkest that and again, like I said, I know everybody wasn't keen, are up on this show. A lot of people, was boycotting it because of everything that continues to go on, with T'Challa and how they're not recast it, all of that. I completely get it. I completely get it. But I asked you guys if y'all want me to react to this, and y'all said yeah, and you guys are the ones who pay the bills over here. So that's why I did these the recaps on there, and I'm not going to lie, I have enjoyed this. It's not as good as season 2 or 3 of Netflix Daredevil, but what I did like is you actually got to see him as a lawyer. You got that out the way, so that established the character development of Matt Murdock. You got that out the way. Now we're getting back to Daredevil doing Daredevil things. So it's morning time. All the lights and stuff come on. Now we get the lights, and now Kingpin gonna have to lie. You know what I'm saying? But this is what made me mad. Heather is coming in. You know what I mean? It was like, hey, Wilson already knew again. Wilson knew that Matt was close to her. So the more he can keep her close, always keep your enemies close and your friends closer. So he was like a friend, and she don't like vigilantes no way. So to keep her around, he made her a special liaison of therapy or whatever. The therapist for the cop. You know what I'm saying? Because she believes in her whole heart, in her heart of hearts, that she's the one who saved the day for her. No, it ain't. That ain't what happened. When she shook the devil's hand, it was like, I'm good. So they had to, fix with all the damage that was done. Wilson is making his announcement that there's going to be martial law in the city. And again, you got to ask yourself this question. When is the timeline of this? When is the timeline of the Thunderbolts? And when does Spider-Man Brand New Day take place? Because if this is affected inside of what they're doing with the Thunderbolts, what's going to happen with Spider-Man or whatever, we got to know. We got to know. Which, if they do a Spider-Man, it doesn't have to be Tom Holland. It could be a stunt double. We just need to pay for a Spider-Man, just a backup Spider-Man or something, to show up in the show. That's it. You don't have to pay Tom Holland, technically. You understand? You just have to have a Spider-Man in the show. Kind of like at the end of Peacemaker, what they did. Even though they brought on Ezra Miller's Flash and Jason Momoa's Aquaman, at the end of Peacemaker, then they had the stand-ins for Wonder Woman, Batman, and and Superman. You can do the same thing here. You can do the same thing here. And Sheila knows everything she just signed up for was wrong, but they're now under martial law. They're under martial law. What is going to happen while the city is under martial law? And Buck is there, Daniel was there. Nobody feels nothing. So Matt starts talking about, when I was a boy, I thought that, this gift for taking away my eyesight was God punishing me. But it ain't what God punishing me. God was showing me something different. What I need to do is be the devil in Hell's Kitchen to bring justice back to the people. And that's what I plan to do. And I need you here with me if I plan to do it. And she was like, I will always be with here for you and Frank and a few other people that I ain't told you. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want my business out like there on the street. Kissed him in the forehead. It was like, we need to get this army together. Let's do it. And thank you so very much, Roberta, for the $5 super chat. Channel support and sound effects. I try to do my best anytime. I try to do. But you know what? For you, I already know what you do. I know a couple other people don't like it, but I don't care. Body roll.
Super chat, body roll.
We got to bring more body roll. Got to bring more body roll. Hey, look, they could do that, Dr. Carpy. They can pivot to Miles, but they know Miles is a moneymaker too. You know what I mean? So, would they do it? So, my man goes up to the bar. He was like, you need a team? I get you a team. This ain't enough. You got 3 cops. You got Cherry. You got Kristen. You got the detective. I don't think this is enough people. But he started to make his push. He started to rile up the troops that we can say the city. You got swordsmen locked up in the cage. You know what I mean? You got some of the city council people locked up in the cage. My man Wilson him and the Queen Pen just walking through here. You know what I mean? Like it ain't nothing. Got Frank up in there. They got even Frank locked up in the cage. But it was like, this is a brand new day because we're going to bring justice back to these people. And they over here eating dinner. You know what I'm saying? They over here smiling, looking creepy. You know what I'm saying? Having wine while people up in cages. What is wrong with you? Buck over here, he can't wait to do what he do. Everybody up in here in their positions. My man Danny up in here. You know what I'm saying? Up in the mayor's chair in his position looking like, you know what I mean, with the pinky ring. You know what I mean? You got BB Yerk like, maybe I'm next. And then you show the people again that's going to be under martial law. My man over here, they tried to not show the tattoo. Tattoo right there, man. I see the tattoo. I see the tattoo. You ain't no good. You know what I'm saying? You ain't no good. You know what I'm saying? The new white tiger is out there. I think Angela. You know what I mean? Yeah. Angela's for it. You know what I mean? She's for it. She don't want this vigilante justice. Now Heather, skip Heather. I'm skipping past her. Skip her. And my man, Poindexter's back in, where he started at his apartment. My man Frank over here chilling. While Matt is over there riling everybody up, said we need a team. We need to get these people together at Josie's. And I do like the way that they cut because the hole in there shows Daredevil. I like it. And with the red showing, I like it. Now, they did something. They did an after credit scene. Let's skip these credits. Did an after credit scene, which was dope. This leads us into to season 2. You know what I'm saying? He's like, hey, I'll let you for a second. What's your name? Oh, we don't care? Yeah. What's up? We don't care because I don't really care. And you said you was a fan of me. You from New Jersey? Oh, okay. We good then. You know what? Come here. Come on. I want to shake your hand since you're such a big fan, and I want to make sure that I can send you my thing. I'm like and then the episode is over, and that's the way it ended. For real though, that's the way it really ended. But what did y'all think about this first season of Daredevil Born Again? I will say this. I actually enjoyed it. There were some episodes that was better than others. Episode 7, or no, episode 8, 7, 8, 9 was really good. Episode 1 and 2, but again, you could tell where the reshoots is at, and this is definitely where the reshoots were better. The reshoots was way better than what they were getting ready to do. They want an army, the Defenders is coming. You're not going to put a team together and Defenders is not there. Now, with a recast Iron Fist, I'm hoping. My man is over here begging. They're probably going to do it just because. But Luke Cage is coming back. You got lawlessness in the city. You got all of this stuff going on. So they don't have to use Spider-Man. You got Swordsman. You got the Punisher, and you got the Defenders. Yo, Q Hefner, you're absolutely right. Was slow. So you got Jessica Jones, you got Luke Cage, you got the Iron Fist, which again, I hope Iron Fist gets recast. Ben Jones just wasn't a good Iron Fist. Now, I will say this. The highlights. The real character development was the Wilson Fisk we're getting now. Wilson Fisk over here smashing pumpkin somebody's head. Turn my man into a pumpkin. Jawbone all down here with it. And gruesome too. Gruesome. I wasn't expecting that from Disney. Wasn't expecting that. You know what I mean? So I like it. Who else am I thinking that should show up in this series too? If you're talking about, like, put it in the chat. Who else that's New York based, that's a ground level hero, would you like to see come defend New York that's not Spider-Man? There's not a Spider-Man adjacent character. Who else would you like to see? You ought to say, put it in the chat. If you know a couple people, I mean, we already got the new White Tiger is gonna come. You already know that's gonna be there. You know, you got the Defenders. You gotta use the Defenders. You need an army. You need Luke Cage. You need to go get whatever he's doing in that nightclub and go get him. Punisher is most definitely gonna be on the team. Jessica Jones. Moses said Cloak and Dagger. Hell yeah. Moon Knight. Oh my God. Just think about Moon Knight and other people versus the cops. That'd be dope. He said maybe Moon Knight leading into a new series. You know, hey, you cannot waste. I liked Moon Knight. I know a lot of people did not like Moon Knight. I actually liked it. And I don't want them to waste that. You know what I mean? I don't want them to waste that. So I would love Moon Knight to show up in there. But Cloak and Dagger is a good one. Doctor Strange, do you think this is something that do you think Doctor Strange is a little above this with all the incursions going on? But you know, right now he's in the dark dimension. He's excursion dipping, all of that, incursion dipping. Colleen Wing. As her Iron Fist form, oh, that might be nice. But I Colleen Wing, almost forgot about her. She does have an opportunity to go back. That's why she even talked about if they ever call, I didn't want to be too busy. I think we got it. You missed everything, Blue. You missed everything. You know what I'm saying? The pickles, onions, lettuce, and tomato. You know what I'm saying? This is the big, they got the Big Mac. We was over here with the Big Mick. You know what I mean? People that are not Spider-Man adjacent characters. You see, they got 2 beef patties, lettuce, special sauce, lettuce, pickles, onions, the sesame seed. My buns have no seeds. I'm on my Mr. McDowell right now, Blue, and you missed it. Both Hawkeyes, yeah. You could bring in Hawkeye. Both of them, actually. You know what I'm saying? Legs and people forgot that she's actually got a little black in her. So, yep, you can see that. I wonder would they make it their own little, like if they started the ground level. Remember, they said they wanted to do, Marvel said this. Kevin Feige said we wanted to have our space base. We want to have our ground level. You know what I mean? He said, don't have me Echo. I don't like the Echo show. I ain't got no problem with Echo. I don't think she should have had a show over Monica Rambeau. That's what I don't like. But Echo, yeah, I can see Echo coming back and trying to get her revenge. I just didn't like the fact that she had a show when you got Monica Rambeau right there. You know what I mean? And you skip past her for Agatha and Echo. I never forgive them for that. The spinoff of that, you wanted Agatha. Okay, cool. Whatever. That could have been the Wiccan and Speed show. And Agatha could have been an accessory. Not nothing against Catherine Hahn. It's just, yeah. Echo could come back. It will be a dope addition, especially the way that they did it like this. Yeah. Just don't bring it. I'm not going to lie. I don't want her to do the mystical powers that they gave her. That is not her power set. All that stuff that they did, I ain't going to lie. I get it with the ancestors and stuff like that. You know what I mean? But it was whack. Blade will be dope. To introduce Night Thrasher. Marvel has the opportunity. Now, let me say this. Marvel has the opportunity to start with a clean slate, right? No more multiverse stuff, right? You're getting out of the multiverse. You're going to go into the X-Men and all of that, yada, yada, yada. But they right now have an opportunity to go to a clean slate. So you can introduce characters. If you can introduce Echo, Dr. Carper, you can introduce Night Thrasher. Absolutely, I'm with that. You know, Blade, where Mahershala Ali has no problem being on TV. You know, doing a TV show. You know what I mean? Where he at? Where they at, though? Where they at, though? Where they at? Where they at? Where they at, though? That's all I'm asking. Where they at? So I'm with it. I'm with it. With all you guys are talking about, I'm most definitely with it. I'm most definitely with it. But again, Marvel has something to do. It has an opportunity to change the minds of everybody. We're going to bring in this guy. We're going to bring in this character. And this is going to be our ground level teams that we can be able to build off of, and we can thrive off of. And with you know, all of this, Brother Voodoo wouldn't fit with this. I think that'd be, as much as I would love that, he don't fit with this. I need Brother Voodoo to show up in Black Panther. You said Mr. Fix-It? Yeah. I guess. You know what I mean? I would like let me see who else is up in New York that could be a ground level hero that I'm missing. I hope so, because I was like but who else is a ground level hero that could be good, that's not a Spider-Man character or adjacent character or part of their anything? Nope. That could come in and actually that's in New York. Since they're not introducing any X-Men characters, they're not going to introduce X-Men characters until they're finished with this whole multiverse crap. So not even going to add those. But what do you guys think? You know, who could they actually put in here from New York? You know what I mean? That could actually be an asset to this team that they built. And put in the comment section below. Let me know what you think.
Yo, the sign is real simple, B. It says wrap it up. Wrap that up, B.
All right, gotta wrap it up because I got a spoiler to put on my car. Anyway, Thank you so very much. He said, Domino. They was already mad that Domino was black. If you don't get the hell up out of here, Molly Moore, if you don't stop it now. Stop it now. All right, let me get up out of here. Thank you so very much for tuning in to another episode of the Dre Max Show. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. And don't forget to hit that bell notification so you can never, ever miss one of my videos again. Until next time, I'll let you guys later. Peace and vibe hard. Enjoy the rest of your Wednesday. Where's my outro at? Oh yeah, most definitely. You are, and she fine. She fine, y'all. All right, I gotta get up out of here because you already know, War Machine. I gotta go. You know, gotta go. Where's my outro? Get the outro. Wait a minute. You're telling me the video's over? What? Huh. Okay, I guess so. If you have came to this portion of the video, thank you so very much for sticking to the end. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit that little bell notification so you never miss one of my videos. And if you really want to, you don't got to, go ahead and follow the social media links that's down below. Until next time, I'll let you guys later. Peace and vibe higher, y'all. Y'all take care of yourself.